because he's making moves. We're making moves. But we're out of moves and we're out of pawns. So he won for today, but maybe we'll see if we can try to get him tomorrow.
The Krusty Kast is turkey hunting. Welcome to the YouTube channel, everybody, if you haven't been here before. New to the YouTube game, but me and Kenny are going turkey hunting. Now, if you guys listen to the podcast, you know I'm not an amazing turkey hunter. I'm a new turkey hunter. This is my second season. We got fortunate enough to be invited down to southern Indiana. Well, southern-ish Indiana, as I've been made fun of for. But southern-ish Indiana to go hunt some of the nice hills and valleys and, as we found, fucking steep cliffs in Indiana to chase some longbeards. So, me and Kenny, we got to suit up, try to go chase a longbeard. Tune in. Hope you guys like it. We'll be back. And, hey, stick around, see if we chase a longbeard.
I didn't get my beauty sleep last night.
So I am not sure if you guys could hear this or not, but I had the camera plugged into the wrong outlet. So let me give you a rundown. We heard a bunch of gobbling. Not just one, two, or three. We heard nonstop gobbling. And I don't know why the camera couldn't pick it up. But we're moving down, try to get lower, maybe closer to them.
Oh, they're right there. Straight out. That's really weird. They're never down in that lower section. They're down there. You want to go down one more layer? Yeah.
So you heard a key word there. We're going to go down another layer. This property we're hunting is pretty cool. It's almost split up into 4 layers, where layer number 1, or the top layer, is our base camp. Then we go down to the first layer, second layer, which you just saw, where we were hoping they'd be roosting. And now we're dropping down to what I would call the 4th layer, which is right by the river. We found out something here pretty quick. So as we were sitting here, waiting for more gobbles, waited for the sun to come up more, we quickly realized these birds are across the river. And this is not a small river. This is, God, you know, just eyeballing it here from memory. Had to have been about, God, I don't know, 75 yards across, 175, not 100, about 50, 75 yards across, I'll say. So we waited. We wanted to feel it out. We wanted to see. But as we could hear here, we're probably going to move spots. So you heard it. We're going to move spots. It just was not lining up for us. One thing cool I want to point out is Josh, the guy in the orange baseball cap right here, using a bow. He was really wanting to get one with his bow this year. He got one with his bow about 2 years ago and wanted to do it again. Josh, if you're listening, I think it was 2 years ago. That's what I think I remember. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But We're going to scooch up back to about layer 3 of this property and try to go to another spot where he's seen them cross, he's heard them roosting, and he's just noticed some general activity from turkeys.
Kenny, tell us what's going on. Kenny. What? Tell us what's going on.
Well, here's some gobbles early this morning. I'm thinking now that they might have been partially, some of them on this side of the river, but most of them on the other side of the river. So we did some walking. We've just been kind of sitting here listening and calling a little bit. Haven't really heard much since probably the last hour. Haven't really much for turkey gobbles except we did hear a shot down. Some other property over there. Heard a gobble down that way, but so we're trying to decide what we want to do next.
You're going to want to keep going, and then up there is the last 10 acres of the property, and it's all flat. And I mean, yeah, I've seen turkey up there, but they're normally down here. They kind of like this protection of this big ass bull. Let's see if we can stop.
So after sitting here for a while with getting nothing, Josh has given us some tips on the last part of his property that we're going to try to go and hunt. We have a plan for the rest of the day, but we're going to go try to explore this new part of the property where we haven't been. And his property is nice because we can take a side-by-side on the public road to get to another private access spot. So that's what me and Kenny are doing. We're saving some steps, taking the public road. This is a public road. To another one of his private access spots to get down to the turkeys. So we're going to go ahead, try this spot out next. But I'll give you a little rundown of what Kenny said. Basically, in the morning, we heard some gobbles. We heard a lot of gobbles. We moved down to the river, figured out they were across the river. We heard a shot while waiting in that second to last spot, and so now we're trying to go down and see if they're in this flat part of his land.
Are you ready? So, what we got here is butter toffee peanuts. Snack worthy, as you can see. But, so we went up and we had a little bit of coffee and took a quick, probably 30-minute break, I'd probably say, and drove down, took the Can-Am to a different spot, and we're going to try that because the thinking is that Thomas might be with hens on nests right now, so we're going to see if we can catch them coming off, because seems to be about the time that they would come off nests, or the times would leave the hens on nests, so we're going to see if we can find them in a different spot. We're kind of heading more towards the open field where they might be strutting. So we'll see if we see anything else down here, something different. Try something new.
So what I was not able to catch on video was a turkey gobbling. We heard a turkey gobbling on the side of the property. So me and Kenny kind of raced over, got below a peak, snuck our way over the peak, and we planted our asses down. We were really thinking that this turkey was on this side of the river. But as we sat here, and slowly found out, not only was the turkey on the other side of the river, the footsteps we were hearing was just a deer right below us, right below a cliff.
Action.
Well, the hunt has been difficult so far. This morning we went out, heard them roosting in a spot that Josh, the owner of the land, he's never seen them. So we made our way down to where we heard them gobble this morning. Man, they were across the river. And the river's not small. It's probably, what, 40 yards across? 40, 50 yards across, Kenny? Nod, yes or no? So we weren't going to be able to call them over. Came back up after I, misplaced a sweatshirt in the woods. Ripped that sweatshirt. Took a little breather. Let them get off the nest is our thought process. We've heard they're on nests now, so we wanted to get them around 10 o'clock, go back after them when they should have been off the nest. We got back down to the river, which is about, 10 stories to climb down and back up. Got one to gobble back, again across the river though. There was a deer actually going right next to us that we thought was a turkey, and then we chirped at him one more time, and that was a deer that took off. So that was kind of a bummer. So now, we're gonna go sit by the pasture where they have a lot of food source down there. So hopefully the mindset is they're gonna be eating before they wanna go roost. So we're gonna go try to get there before them, sit down there, see if we can get one coming in to feed. And if they don't, we're gonna try to mosey our way to the roost too and see if there's a couple stragglers still in this area. So that's what we're doing. Wish us luck.
As the turkey hunting got late in the day, you can see Kenny got tired, and so did I. But as our last final move, this is what we hear. I don't know if you heard that or not. That was a gobble in the distance. So we went back down to those original roosting trees we were at this morning. We said we're going to give it one last effort to see if they come up to roost where they normally do on this property. And we heard them. We heard them loud and clear.
Get my vehicle on sooner. I can do it. I got it. Hey, Kenny, you just get ready.
We are now back down to where we walked this morning, and as you could hear, he's close. We're almost expecting his head to pop up right to our right. I don't know if the camera's going to show it or not, but we're thinking he's going to walk right up a trail and give us a clean shot, which is why we hunkered down off the trail a little bit and try to position ourselves to take a good shot on this bird. this turkey, looking back on the film and our experience, had to have been, I don't know if you can see right over Kenny's shoulder, that fallen tree. We're guessing he was right below this cliff, right underneath that fallen tree. As inexperience speaks louder than actions, we did not want to spook this bird. So we took the slow route and trying to really sneak up on him.
He's right there. Slow down. We're at the edge of the property that we have permission on. And we got pretty close to him, I would say probably within 30 yards, but we never once saw him because there's so much leaves on the trees. And when he gobbles now, he's still gobbling for us, but we can hear him going away instead of coming closer. So I would have to guess he's probably heading to his roast tree. So, you know, like a game of chess, he's making moves. We're making moves, but we're out of moves and we're out of pawns. So he won for today, but maybe we'll see if we can try to get him tomorrow.
So sadly, what you guys are hearing and seeing is exactly what we heard and saw. We were able to get permission to the land right next to where we were chasing that turkey. So the land the turkey was going into. Well, we got there early as ever, quiet as ever, dark as ever. And either that turkey saw us or he already had a plan. We got within 100 yards. I'm not exactly sure how close, but within 100 yards of his roost tree. Could hear him fly down. But he ended up flying away from us and then went radio silent after he got out of the tree. I don't consider this hunt a failure, though. As a second-year hunter, this was a second-year Ohio hunter. This was a complete change of terrain for me. Ohio was flat, flatter than ever, especially where I'm from. Maybe not all of Ohio, but especially where I'm from in the Northwest, flatter than ever. Hunting these cliffs, these ridges, I would almost say in quotations mountains because I'm from the flat part of Ohio, everything was different. The sound was different. The walking was different. It was about 12 flights of stairs from base camp to the river. And me and Kenny walked that several times. So it was still a great experience for me and Kenny to go chase birds in a habitat or environment that we do not know super familiar. But I want to thank you guys for sticking around to the end and watching our turkey hunt. Even though we didn't get to harvest a bird, we learned a lot. So enjoy this clip of Kenny now while we were bored trying to win a calling competition for 5 and under.
World Calling Champion edition. 5 and under bracket. Now just imagine in your head you hear gobble in the background. I think I heard one.